Hi again, guys. This is G120. Last time we talked about what sin is not. Today we want to get more specific about sin. Now, in the Bible, sin has multiple nuances. It can mean, for instance, missing the mark. It can also mean trespassing something, trespassing a certain boundary. So sin is a little bit hard to define. But let me bring you to 1 John 3:4. Here you can find the simplest and the shortest understanding of sin. The Bible simply says sin is lawlessness. Sin is lawlessness. It is contrary, anything that you do that is contrary to God's law. Now the next important question then, what is God's law for us? What is God's law? The Bible says in the book of Galatians that cursed is everyone who does not abide by all things written in the book of law. God's law then means all of His commandments. In addition, James, the book of James says, "For whoever keeps the whole law but fails in one point has become guilty of all of it." So ask yourself a question. Have you obeyed all of His laws? If you feel only one, that makes you a sinner. But for me personally, Jesus' word is even more radical. Jesus says in His greatest commandment, what is the greatest commandment? To love God with all your heart, your strength, your soul and mind, and to love others as yourselves. Now let me ask you, have you obeyed that commandment? Have you loved God with all your heart? Have you loved God with all your mind? Have you loved others as you love yourselves? If not, then you and I are sinners. Maybe the illustration will help. If, for instance, I offer you a glass of water to drink, but say you know that there's a drop of sewage water, just one drop of sewage water in that glass, would you drink it? I don't think so, right? Because it has been contaminated. So it's with sin. God is perfect. Even one drop of sin makes us guilty and bad for Him. So we should not compare ourselves with other people. We should look from God's perspective. But we are very grateful that sin is not the end of our story.